State authorities have a positive obligation to protect journalists. This means promptly and independently investigating attacks, prosecuting all those responsible, and providing remedies to victims and their families. This obligation is well established in international and OSCE human rights instruments, such as the European Convention on Human Rights and the case law before the European Court of Human Rights, as well as in numerous UN protocols and resolutions adopted by the UN Security Council. The 2018 OSCE Ministerial Council decision on the safety of journalists reaffirmed these obligations. In this landmark OSCE commitment, all 57 participating states, including Serbia, pledged to end impunity and ensure accountability as a key element in preventing future attacks against journalists. But it is not only about physical attacks. Campaigns of vilification are usually the precursors for physical violence. Yes, words do matter, and that is something that I emphasize when I speak with politicians all across the OSCE region, including here in Serbia. And that is precisely why the OSCE Ministerial Council decision expresses, and I quote, alarm at the increase of targeted campaigns that increase the risk of threats and violence against journalists, and the resolution or the decision specifically urges politicians and public authorities to, again, quote, refrain from intimidating, threatening, or condoning, and to unequivocally condemn violence against journalists, unquote. I shall continue to remind all my interlocutors among politicians, political authorities, of this commitment. Serbia has taken some important steps in keeping with the Ministerial Council decision, such as the creation of the Permanent Working Group on the Safety of Journalists, the designation of contact points in law enforcement and prosecution offices, and the establishment of a 24-hour SOS hotline for journalists under threat. And Veran Matic is one of the proponents of that. But much more needs to be done, ladies and gentlemen, in order to ensure meaningful progress in practice. Investigations and prosecutions into past and present attacks must be initiated and concluded. Ensuring adequate punishment for all those responsible for threats, including those online, must be taken seriously. They must be investigated, and public officials must speak out clearly and unequivocally whenever journalists are attacked. And certainly they themselves should not be attacking journalists. Silence in the face of violence, ladies and gentlemen, is complicity.